We've just warmed up the bike. I might put a little clip of what this bike sounds like to start now. I've adjusted the valves, they're all within tolerances and as much as possible to the high end of the tolerance. Reassembled, cleaned up, rearranged a couple things. I put some oil in and there it is. So it's come out again. I'm going to check it, make sure that there's no big long strands of silicone. I think I'll leave the filter in place. It's only been running for a minute or two or three. So now, as people have requested, I'm going to take the clutch off, nice and warm. I'll take the clutch cover off, I'll take the clutch off, I'll open up the transmission, and we'll take a look at the cassette. Okay, and for those of you who are not quite sure what a cassette is, at least when we're referring to a cassette transmission, this is it. This is a spare I just happen to have. This is the motorcycle transmission. 6-speed, that's the output shaft. That is where the sprocket connects. Oh, actually, no, sorry. that's where the clutch connects. This is the gear selector. These are the transmission gears. These are the dogs that engage with the interior sections of the gear. There's a whole bunch of other videos on YouTube about how a motorcycle transmission works, so I won't explain that here. But basically this is a constant mesh transmission. So the gears always stay spinning. The difference is where these forks push the dogs, whether or not the actual transmission gear is freewheeling or driven or driving. So if you're curious, yeah, take a quick Google search and take a look at what other videos are available. This one is going to be about how to remove this from that. So we will get started. First, I guess I'll plug up that oil with this handy little magnetic drilled oil plug from Race Bolt in the UK. Very handy little device. And then we'll pull the cover and yeah, pull the clutch, pull this out. That is supposed to have been punched in to prevent the nut from coming undone. Okay, it took about 10 minutes. Now, the secret. The big question is, aha, look at that. That's the way that is supposed to have been done. This is wrong. Nasty. But this is the engine that exploded. But so far this is the only mistake that I haven't seen repeated on this motor. The question is, what condition are the conrod bolts in? But considering this has done 1,000 more track miles than the dead motor, implies that it could be okay. But that's an assumption. Pretty clean. No giant shards of metal. No excessive silicone. Okay, well actually that's not bad at all. This is the shifter spring centering pin. This has come loose twice. As you can see, I've put adequate, ample red Loctite. That's not blood. Okay, it took 10 minutes to pull it out. The clutch plates look like they're all in pretty good shape. No abnormal wear. The springs are all good. That's probably just me putting a little bit extra grease there. That nut was not staked, but everything else seems okay. No excess wear on the basket, but then again, it's only done 3,500 miles. It shouldn't have any excess wear. Okay, well, it's time for lunch, so I think I'll get a quick drink, re-inspect everything, make sure these don't dry out. I'll keep them soaked in oil. Then I might reassemble with all the notches lined up. And it'll no doubt take longer to reinstall, but it will take a lot less time than it would if I had to remove the motor or split it in order to get the transmission out. That is a lengthy project. This is quick and easy. Okay, that's all for now. The next video will be reinstallation.